Hello, folks. Welcome back to my channel. This is the World of TV Shows, and today I have another episode review of Medium. And this time we'll be looking at the 10th episode of the first season called The Other Side of the Tracks. The episode originally aired on March 14th, 2005 on NBC. It was directed by Eric Laneuville and written by Glenn Gordon Caron and Chris Dinges. In this episode, basically, Allison is having a dream of two young boys running along some kind of a railroad, right? Railroad tracks, and basically they're racing together to get across as this train is just about to pass through, right? So they have to hurry up, and in order to make it across in time. Then Allison wakes up and she doesn't really understand her dream, so she's gonna see this professor named Leonard Cordwell, who's gonna try to help her decipher the meaning of such dreams, right? And also, yes, before Allison and her husband Joe are having this kind of barbecue at their house where a few friends are meeting, right? Friends from work, colleagues. And yes, Allison is pretty much getting along with a few of them, right? And so basically, this is how she's gonna be indirectly introduced to this man, to this professor, who's gonna try to help her with the situation that she's experiencing, right? Meanwhile, at the DA's office, a young man goes to confess to a murder, and basically his lawyer is there with him, his attorney, but it appears that maybe there's something more to that, right? Maybe things are not exactly what they appear to be. So this is pretty much what the episode, is about. I don't believe that I omitted anything of massive importance. I apologize if I skipped a few things. I have to say I haven't watched this episode in a few months, right? In March, as a matter of fact. So I don't really remember everything in detail, but I believe that I tried my level best to let you know about the main elements of the episode. So we have, now let's move on to the actors. So we have the usual actors, and then we have other guest starring actors. Zach Grenier plays, or is it Grenier? Plays Professor Leonard Cordwell, who's a pretty good actor. I've seen him in a few other shows, if I'm not mistaken, at the time. I can't recall the names of the shows, but he's a pretty good actor. He's pretty decent, and in this episode as the professor, he really did a pretty good job, especially when he was seeing Allison, and they were basically having these, I don't know how to call them, these kind of these exercises to try to understand what's happening, right? So I thought that was pretty good. We have Elizabeth Lackey, who plays Camilla, who's basically Allison's friend, and she has a daughter, if I'm not mistaken, or a son, who's about Marie's age, and Marie is Allison's youngest daughter. So they kind of, bonding, they kind of playing together. So it's pretty fun to see that. Then we have Wallace Langham, who plays Alan, who's another friend from work of Joe's, if I'm not mistaken, if memory serves right. Then we have Michael Mantle, who plays Niles, who is the attorney of that young man who confesses to that murder. We have Coney Buckley, who we have Michael Mantle, who plays Niles, and we have Grace Zabriskie, who plays Connie Buckley. We have Victor Talmadge, who plays Ken Buckley, Tina D. Joseph, Kendall King, who plays the Valor's assistant. Samuel Monterosa, who plays Chavo Galindo, who, if I'm not mistaken, is the young boy who confesses to the murder. He's about 14 years old. Yes, I believe that is Chavo. That's his name. We have Karen West, who plays Mayor Buckley. Yes, Karen West is also a good actress who was in other shows. We have Jonathan Chase, who plays the cowboy. Romeo Fabian, who plays a friend. And Nick Bryce, who plays the older boy. And yes, you're going to see in this episode, I almost forgot, but there's an emotional kind of reunion at some point. And, this episode kind of has a sad ending. I will let you know how. I won't tell you how, but it is bittersweet because it has, on the one hand, a good ending to a specific case, and another very sad one about something else. So, yes, in this episode, Allison is going to be pretty focused on these two these two boys and this train and the relevance of these dreams. Then she's not gonna play a very big role as her, as the consultant job position that she has at the DA. She's gonna be more focused on that. So it's kind of gonna detract a little bit to a certain extent to what she does, and especially the outcome of something that, she's gonna be, obviously, things will be known at some point throughout the episode along the way, but it won't be exactly, it will be something, all right? I won't tell you how exactly because I don't want to spoil this episode, but needless to say that this is one of the best episodes of the first season. I really enjoyed it, especially with the whole, these two boys and the relevance of, what's going to happen, to them, and how everything plays out through the episode is pretty emotional. It's a wild ride, honestly. It feels good from beginning to end, and as the episode goes on, the suspense, the sense of dread that comes out, the Allison not really understanding what the heck is going on and trying to piece things together as she usually does. She's gonna be really she's gonna rock, as she's always really, pretty good in these episodes, but in this one in particular, she's gonna be able to make help with the situation help with a situation which is gonna be really beautiful to see, right? So needless to say that this is one of a pretty good episodes. So if I were to rate this episode on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd probably give it a solid 8 out of 10, right? Yes, 8 out of 10 pretty much kind of fits the bill, if you ask me, because it was a good episode. It was really enjoyable, and like I said, this is the 10th episode of the first season, so more to come. We're nearing the end of the season, but there's still some pretty good episodes down there along the line, and that was a good episode. That was enjoyable for what it was. So I would definitely give it a solid 8 out of 10 because that seems to be what the rating that this episode deserves. 8 out of 10 for me for this particular episode. What about you folks? What did you think about the episode, The Other Side of the Tracks? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And let me know in the comment section down below, as I would really like to hear your thoughts and views on this episode. And what did you think about it? Did you like it? Did you hate it? And what do you think about the show in general? Do you like the show? What do you think about the season? It would be really good if you'd let me know about what you think about this awesome TV show. It's so good, right? And every new episode is so there's that, there's so much suspense and mystery attached to these episodes, and they really make it a good show to watch at any time during the year, since it is a show that is, in my opinion, that hasn't aged. There's still, to this day, even though it's been about 20 years since the show, this first season was released, since the show was introduced in our televisions, it's still a good show, and it still holds up to this day. So if you would like me to If you would like to share with me anything you like about the TV show, the characters, the actors, the actresses, the whole mood, the plot, everything, you're more than welcome to do that. And let's have fun and chat a little bit about this show called Medium. All right, folks, I think I said everything I had to say. So please let me know on the comment section down below what you thought about this episode, whether you disliked it or whether you liked it. It's always nice to hear some feedback, having some kind of a conversation about the show in general and the episodes that are being reviewed. All right, folks, thank you for watching and take care. And God willing, I will see you on a future upload for the next episode review of the show. And that will be episode 11. And in the meantime, folks, stay safe and goodbye and take care. This is the World of TV Show signing off.